geographic area of at least 300 in population or about 60-70 households of poorly built, congested tenements in an unhygienic environment, usually with inadequate infrastructure and lacking proper sanitary and drinking water facilities.
Slums are an urban phenomenon and they represent an imbalance between migration into cities and economic growth within the city itself. Slums represent a huge economic failure. However, the problems of the slums cannot alone be defined in economic terms.
Apathy is a major contributor to suffering in slums. Slum residents, men and women alike, hail from villages and come to the cities looking for better work. Viewing themselves as a temporary workers, they tend to neglect the importance of economic and social advancement. From medical to educational issues, residents of slums are unwilling to make changes.
People who came to cities and found work brought their cousins and rest of the family to the city. Unable to find housing and afford it, they decided to build their shelter closer to work. First, one shelter was built, then two, and then 2,000, then 10,000, and then on and on.
Convincing governments provided electricity and drinking water. Politicians looked at the slums as a vote bank. They organized these unauthorized dwellers into a political force. Hence, slums took a bit of permanent shape. More slums developed as more population moved to the cities. By mid-60s, Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi and all other large cities were dotted with slums.
અમારી ત્યાં ખેતી હતી પણ ખેતીના એટલું બધું નહોતું પાકતું એટલા માટે અમારું બધાનું પૂરું થઈ જ નથી શકતું ત્યાં આગળ મજૂરી નહોતી મળતી ત્યાં આગળ એટલા માટે મમ્મી પપ્પા અમને અહીંયા લઈને આવ્યા હતા અહીંયા લઈને આવ્યા એટલે અમારે અહીંયા કામ કરીને ખાવું પડે છે એટલે મતલબ કે એટલી બધી વ્યવસ્થા નથી અમારી કે અમે એકદમ ઘર ચલાવી શકીએ મમ્મી પપ્પાને એટલે અમે 7 ધોરણ સુધી અમને લોકોને ભણાવી અને અમને લોકોને ઉઠાવી દીધા હવે અમે પણ અમારા મમ્મી પપ્પાની મદદ કરી શકીએ છીએ હવે પાણીની વ્યવસ્થા છે પણ એટલી બધી નથી પાણીની વ્યવસ્થિતથી અમને 24 કલાક પાણી નથી મળતું અડધો કલાક પાણી મળે છે એમાંથી અમારે ચલાવવું પડે છે લાઇટ છે પણ લાઇટમાં એવું છે કે જાય છે આવે છે જાય છે આવે છે એટલે એનું પણ કોઈ ઠેકાણું રહેતું નથી રસ્તાની બી એટલી બધી વ્યવસ્થા અમારે છે નથી.
Delhi has a million. India's capital Delhi has 1.5 million out of 14 million living in slums. And Mumbai is worst with greater percentage living in slums. 25% of Indians live on less than rupees 50 a day and 70% of people live on less than rupees 75 a day. The point is that poverty is a major shame in India's otherwise decent, scientifically advanced, peace-loving and at times turbulent image. But day by day, poverty is rising. Our government has also taken some steps to control this. One of this is the Rajiv Yojana, which has announced the budget which aims at promoting slum-free India in next 5 years. It would provide basic amenities such as water supply, sewerage drainage, internal and approach roads, and social infrastructure facilities in the slums. To avoid the rising poverty and slums, economy has to remain at high state of growth. Jobs created by economic growth, hence higher income level, are key criteria for poverty reduction and slums eliminations. The key question that arises is, will the current hype in economical development in India alter the landscape for the very poor? The answer is that not much will change in next 20 to 25 years. The real impact will be felt after 25 years. That is when 8% growth trajectory will add 150 million jobs, out of which 40 to 50 million jobs will go to very poor segment of the society. This general prosperity will not only put food on the table but will add to better living, better housing, etc. In 25 years, rising income levels will definitely add to exodus from slums to plant living areas. But if the above plans does not work, then the slums will be triple in 25 years, and so will be the poverty. No single policy has ever brought end to poverty or slums. It is the better policies and continuous efforts which will end this. No single country has ever brought end to its poverty or slums. It includes the richest nation of the world, USA also. But if the economic progresses and special efforts are made to uplift poverty or slums, then they can be overtaken with better economic condition within the people. At last, I want to conclude that slums, poverty and urban squat are not going to go away in next 20 to 25 years. Reversal of this phenomena will begin after sufficient economic progress has been made. 8% GDP growth is a good sign. With quadrupled in next 25 years, there is a good chance that new and upcoming generation will stay away from slum dwelling. But it may take another 25 years before the slums are totally vacated.